All right, guys, back at it again. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. I'm here to continue on with my talk about Upland's new expansion, Queens. I'm going to start off by correcting the size of Queens. Like I said, I don't really know New York that well, but I've done a little bit of look into it to figure out what the borders were, and I think I got it. My thumbnail for the video is the exact area, the borders of Queens. So if anything, just use that as reference, and yeah, kind of correct myself. So it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. All of this down here, I think, right along here, right, is a part of it. All of this area here. I think I don't. I think up to here. I think that's about it, right? So yeah, guys. So Queens is coming up. It's a place to buy. Like I even watched a video not too long ago about how Queens is kind of taking a hit because of Corona and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, it took a hit because of what happened the last year or so, but or 2 years, I mean. But other than that, I don't know how much that will affect the game. Um, but anyways, guys, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about it. So hopefully, this one's a quick one. It's not gonna be way too long compared to the others that I've done. So let's talk about getting here first and foremost. Okay, so depends on where you are, right? You actually everyone has to take if you're not in the other boroughs of New York, right? You got to take a plane into Queens, which is JFK, right down here. And as you can see, there's a ton of people stuck here, right? Myself included. But once it opens up, once Queens opens up, you'll be able to take a bus into the city. Okay, you'll be able to take a bus into the terminals. So the terminals went up for sale yesterday. I had 666 people. Crazy, right? People ahead of me. That's fine. Like I said to you, if you guys want to buy these terminals, the moment you jump into Upland and it pops up, go register immediately because you won't have much of an opportunity once 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, a whole day pass because so many people want these terminals. I had on my last video, I had a commenter. I think it's Dan Page. You guys can see it. He's been in the game for a longer period than me, and he's done very well so far. And he brought my attention to maybe cars won't be used. And shout out to you. I think Dan Page is your name. I saw the comments early this morning. I haven't gone to check back to see the exact name, and I hope I got it correct. Um, yeah, that intercity travel won't be used necessarily that much. So the terminals and trains and stuff will still be valid and be around for use for a longer period of time. And I agree with that. That does make sense. But since I don't really know what will happen, what will change when cars come in the game, I just made an assumption that it would maybe lower the value of the terminals, but I guess that's a very key part. Bus terminals and train stations, it would those values would be lower because cars are now more available. And I also did mention maybe people do like for example, you go to your bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever time you go to your bed because you have work in the morning and you're not going to check your upland till either right before you get to work or maybe lunchtime or after you get to work. I mean, sorry, after you leave work and get back home, you maybe just put your car to go to New York from maybe say Chicago, for example, or Detroit, and it takes however many hours. But that's what I that was my thinking at the time, that people who are able to afford cars would be able to do that, but especially when it came to transportation. Like there's going to be transport trucks in the game, and you can't fly a transport truck from one end to the next. Um, yeah, so we'll see. It's just how it's gonna be. Anyways, we'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get back to Queens. So I've kind of looked a little bit on the borders and stuff, and I've looked at some of the bad neighborhoods in Queens, and I think this is it right here. This is one of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right. So this region here has been not too well. So maybe the mint cost for Jamaica Ave, this whole region here, will be a little bit less. I don't really know. This is all a guess. But I could be right. I could be absolutely wrong. Um, you never know. I don't know what the collections. I think there's going to be between 16 to 20 collections. So just a lot of potential here, guys. There's so many different streets, so many different areas that could be a collection. It's amazing. Like me doing that video, I'm so happy I did, and I'm so happy that I got the comments because it made give me an opportunity to look more into it, and even realizing the border. So there's so much here. Queens is going to be a huge opportunity for buyers to jump in, to flip, to hold on to. There's going to be so much here. Um, I'm not going to be putting much in the game. A lot of people were able to exit out of other properties in different parts of the game. I wasn't able to. I My exit or some of the properties I sold was maybe 2 3 weeks ago. I'd have to look. Let's see in here. This is the last time I sold anything. Okay, so 2 weeks ago was the last time I sold anything. So whenever I sell, I go right back in and I buy more. So I'll be putting a little bit of money into the game, not a whole lot. I'm probably going to be buying and flipping because I do not own anything in any of these other boroughs at all. Nothing. Okay. So I don't have any attachment to anything in Queens. I have no attachment to any of these properties that are going to be here. So I'm going to be coming in looking for deals, and I will be flipping properties, trying to make my money that I just invested back so I can buy other properties. I'm more so going to be focused Cleveland, Detroit, and LA. Those are going to be the three cities that I'm really going to be focused in. What I will do though is I will be traveling a lot more now. Since I'm going to be putting more money in the game, hopefully I don't spend all of it. But if I do leave some, I think after I flip a few properties here, I'm going to be traveling to different cities, see what are available, because I know during the first week or so, most of the focus will be here. So maybe there'll be deals elsewhere because I don't, I'm not. It's not a big deal for me about Queens or New York in general. Um, I like to go elsewhere. Um, Also, I'm trying to position myself in, especially in I'm already fully positioned in Cleveland. I have few properties in Detroit. When cars, trucks, and minivans and all those things come into the game. I'll explain why I put myself in these cities compared to these cities and stuff like that, because hopefully, you know, things will, I don't know, we'll see when that happens. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't have it fully figured out yet, but the idea is there. So we'll see. So, yeah, guys, like I am stuck at JFK, so I can't move anywhere else. The other guys who are here in other parts of New York, they will be able, as with us guys here, to eventually go in. I think it's on Tuesday. They're having a stress test. Um, and I think it's somewhere up here in this region here. I think I'm not 100% on the exact region of it. Let's see if I can remember. If I'm looking at a map right now. Uh, but anyways, guys, it's on the Upland website. Let me go and check on it real quick. Where the stress test is gonna be. Give me 1 second. Hmm, Um, where is it? Okay, so it will be in Woodside and Jackson Heights neighborhood. They'll be doing a stress test at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And I think those are some of the high demand cities or neighborhoods, I should say. So they're going to be dropping pinatas and sends, guys. So even if you go there and you don't get anything, make sure you participate. Participation is key in this game because I participated in the Detroit tour, and to be honest, that was a brilliant thing to do. I had a whole bunch of cents and I was just going all over Detroit free of cost. To be honest, I didn't have to search for any paper airplanes, nothing. But you can't keep them too long, they get taken away after a while. So, because I did have about 25 and I used to about 16 or so. And then I think some got taken away, the rest got taken away, and I was down to 11. So 11 is the most you can have originally without these extra boost in cents. So, yeah, so the stress test, hopefully, I pray that the stress test in Upland goes smoothly and it can do well, so the game can continue to grow and we have less issues. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'll be in again tomorrow. I'll continue to talk about Queens or the new city opening in Queens. And yeah, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching another episode of Everyday Upland. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so when I do come on live again, you guys will be notified and be able to watch. All right? Have a good night. I'll